Hi everyone, this is the paper Information Processing Cataloging Theory. So let us discuss what is cataloging. So, uh, knowledge is a growing continuum and the modern age of science and technology producing it very rapidly. So what is the meaning of this sentence is knowledge is growing day by day in the age of this modern science and technology. In every field, knowledge has been growing continuously very rapidly. So the generated knowledge is recorded and made available in various forms like books, periodicals, microfilms, etc., which form the resources of a library. So, where this generated knowledge should be produced or preserved means these all generated knowledge is knowledge should be recorded for the purpose of future generations. So, this knowledge is recorded and this should be available. This should be produced in various forms like books, periodicals, microfilms, etc. So they what are these sources? These are the resources of a library. So these generated knowledge should be recorded in books and other reading materials, which are the main resources of a library. And coming to next point, the stock of the materials goes on increasing. So in order to provide speedy access to resources to readers, the stocks were arranged in systematically arranged on the shelves by using the process of classification and cataloging. So the knowledge is growing day by day, and the library resources are also the stock, the collection of the library resources thereby increased rapidly. So in order to provide a speedy access to resources, how to we provide these resources, how to access the library these resources to readers means these resources should be arranged in systematically. Until and unless they are not arranged in a systematical order, they should not be, or the books or other reading materials, other resources of library should not be accessed by the, or should not be utilized by the users. So the purpose is the library should arrange these resources in a systematical order on the shelves. So by using the process, what are the process? The process are classification as well as cataloging. So let us discuss what is classification, and as you know, as you all know that classification is nothing but the arrangement of books in a systematical order. Um, that is known as the classification. Library classification, arrangement of books in a systematical or in a particular or in a logical order is known as library classification. And coming to next one, so this classification, it helps in arranging the materials on the shelves in a systematic and helpful order. Whereas cataloging, it helps in interpreting the resources of the library to the users. Classification arranges the materials on the shelves in a systematic and a helpful order. The catalog helps in interpreting the resources of the library to the users. So these are the main purposes of classification as well as cataloging. So both the classification as well as cataloging facilitate the access of both staff and readers to the resources of the library. So that's why we say that classification and cataloging should be these two are very important tools in library. Without classification and without cataloging, we can't run the library satisfactorily. So that's why these classification and cataloging are very important tools in our libraries. Coming to next slide. So here let us uh, discuss that what do you mean by a term catalog. So the term catalog comes from a Greek phrase catalogus. So this is Greek phrase catalogus. So kata means by or according to. Logos means reason or order. So catalog, the term catalog has been derived from the Greek phrase which is catalogos. Kata means by or according to, and logos means reason or order. So by some order the books should be arranged like that. So catalog can be explained as a work in which the arrangement of the contents is according to some definite plan or recognized order in a reasonable manner. So catalog, we can explain the catalog. It is a work in which the arrangement of the contents, all the contents which are included in catalog should be arranged according to some definite plan. The plan should there should be plan to arrange the materials in a reasonable manner. So we can also say that it is a list of books which is arranged in some definite plan. As distinguished from bibliography, it is a list of books in some library or collection. So in simple terms we can say that catalog is a list of books which are available in a particular library or its collection. So an explanatory, logically arranged inventory and key to the books in a particular library. So this is also another definition. We can also say that catalog is nothing but it's an inventory and it's a key to the books in a particular library. So coming to next one. So these are the definitions by C.A. Cutter. So this is the definition given by C.A. Cutter. And coming to next one. So we can also say that a list of books and other materials in a particular library or collection arranged in a recognized order and containing specific items of bibliographical information presented in given form. So there are so many definitions, and this is the definition given by Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. Catalog is nothing but it is a methodically arranged record of information about its bibliographical resources. So in all the definitions we can simply tell that catalog is nothing but it's a list of books. Those books should be arranged in a definite plan or in a systematic order. So this is the definitions given by various authors. And coming to next slide. So these are the objectives of a catalog. So these objectives were described by C.A. Cutter. So in 1876. So he was the famous author in library and information science, Charles Summy Cutter. He wrote also a book, so which published in 1876. In this book, the objectives of catalog were described by C.A. Cutter. What is the first objective of a library catalog is, so to enable a person to find a book of which either the author is known or the title is known or the subject is known. So the first objective of a library catalog given by C.A. Cutter is the catalog should enable a person to find a book of either author or the title or the subject. So he should be enabled by the catalog to know the author or the title or the subject, and to show what the library has. So the second objective of library catalog is, so what the library has, what are the resources that contained in a library is, it's by a given author and on a given subject and in a given kind of literature. The resources which are available in a particular library by given author and on a given subject and a given kind of literature. So to show what the library has. This is the second objective of a catalog. And third one, to assist in choice of a book, to assist the user in choice of a book as to its edition. So there are so many editions available for books and other reading materials. So the library, one of the important objective of library catalog is to assist in the choice of your book as to its edition also, and at the same time as to its character. So what is the character of that book? Is it literary or topical? So that should be also known by the catalog. So these are the objectives of library catalog given by Charles Hunnicutter in 1876. Next one. So what are the functions of a library catalog? So according to Dr. Ranganathan, the functions of the catalog is to help the exploitation of resources of the library in conformity with the laws of library science. So these are to be summarized by the above statement. So the above statement was given by Dr. Ranganathan. In brief, we can say that the first one, disclose to every reader his or her document. The library catalog should disclose to every reader his or her document. It is the main function of a library catalog. And coming to second one, it also secure for every document its reader. So every document its reader is the utmost function of library catalog. And coming to next one, save the time of the reader, and for this purpose save the time of the staff. So the library catalog, one of the important functions of library catalog is to save the time of the reader, thereby save the time of the staff also. So these are the important functions given by Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. Functions of library catalog. So number one, disclose to every reader his or her document. Second, secure for every document its reader. And third one, save the time of the reader, and for this purpose save the time of the staff. So these are the functions. Coming to next one. So what is the importance of library catalog in open access system? So the importance of catalog. So in olden times, closed access system was due to rarity of reading material. So there are two access, closed access and open access. So in olden days, the libraries followed the closed access system, and in this system, readers were not allowed to search the books personally, and the library catalog was the only tool through which they were able to search it. The library catalog was also there, but it is what is the only function of the library catalog is only the readers were able to search it through the catalog. And in modern times, all the libraries provide open access facilities. Nowadays, all the libraries follow the open access system, and also the readers are allowed to locate their required reading material without any difficulty, without any hindrance. Next one. So the users are tempted to go to the shelves directly and not to use catalog. So hence it's a group of librarians and users who are of the opinion that in open access system the library catalog has lost its importance. So in open access system, one of the criticism is a group of librarians and users are of the opinion that in this open access system, catalog has lost its importance. So what is the reason means here the users directly they are going to the shelves directly, and they are not using the library catalog. So that's why library catalog has lost its importance. It is the criticism by some of the librarians, but this is a wrong conception, wrong one. So in this open access, library catalog is more required as compared in closed access. But due to open access facility, most of the popular books will be out of the stack rooms and issued to readers. So in open access, the catalog is more required rather than the or compared to closed access. So it is the importance of a library catalog. The importance of library catalog should be more in open access system when compared to closed access system. So most of the popular books will be out of the stack room and issued to readers. So because of this open access facility, all popular books are also, they are not available. They are out of the stack room, and they are almost all the popular books are issued to readers only because of the open access facility. And in the absence of library catalog, readers will not be able to know whether a particular book is in library holdings or not, and they will be disappointed. So without catalog, or if the library didn't follow catalog, in the absence of library catalog, the readers or the users will not be able to know whether the particular book is in a library holdings or not, and the users automatically they will be disappointed. If there is a library catalog, they will be ascertained, that they will be known that the book is in a library. It means it is issued to some other reader. So if catalog is available, we can know that, or we know that all the readers know that they should have some idea that the book is available in the library, but at that time it is not available, it is issued to some other readers. So hence the user can reserve the book at the circulation counter, and as and when the desired book is returned, he will be informed accordingly, and he will be able to have his required book. So he can, in the open access system, the user can reserve the books, the counter, and when his desired book is returned, he will be informed. The librarian will inform the users, and the user will be able to have his required book. So with this I conclude. These are the basic concepts of library catalog. In this module we discussed what is the importance of classification and cataloging in a library, and we have seen the various definitions given by various authors on catalog, and objectives of library catalog described by Charles Ammicutter, and what is the importance of library catalog. With this I conclude. Thank you.